How many times have we seen in the cinema the most incredible stories with spooky monsters? Horror movies have become a part of modern culture. But what you probably don't know is that a good part of these stories are based on real facts. Yes, the creatures and the facts that at first seem like stories are actually adaptations of what really happened. And today I'm going to tell you about a group of terrible stories that inspired horror movies. The Hills Have Eyes. Do you know the movie The Hills Have Eyes? Well, it will be disturbing for you to know that this popular horror film is, in part, based on a true story. It is said that many years ago in Scotland, there was a large family who called themselves the Bean Clan. For about 25 years, they ambushed the travelers and took them to a remote cave, where they were terribly slaughtered and then eaten. The total number of victims taken by the Bean Clan is not known. It is only known that one night, they tried to catch a young man who was traveling in solitude. To the disgrace of the family, or the luck of the young man, the latter was an exalted swordsman, which allowed him to flee and warn the authorities. The cannibal clan fled, but they were easily tracked by a squadron of soldiers, who soon captured them in a cave in the mountains. They were immediately taken to Edinburgh, the capital of Scotland. There, the court did not delay more than a few minutes in giving its verdict. They were sentenced in the act to die by asphyxiation in the gallows, each and every one of them. Child's Play. Do you remember Child's Play? The story that there was a doll that moved by itself and killed people might seem rather improbable. Actually, the original story isn't so far from fiction, and it's still terrifying. Robert Eugene Otto was a high-class boy. One day, he received a gift from his maid, who later became famous for being involved in rites of black magic. The gift was nothing more and nothing less than a doll. Otto, in his innocence, became very fond of him, who he decided to call Robert. Soon, strange things began to happen in the house. Strange noises were heard and objects changed places. Otto, who fervently claimed that Robert was alive, was constantly seen talking to himself in the company of the doll. In fact, the neighbors claimed that when no one was home, someone of the stature of a small child could be seen peering out of Otto's bedroom window. The parents, alarmed, decided to lock Robert in the attic of the house. Time passed and Otto grew up and left home until his parents died and he received the old house as an inheritance. Looking through the furniture, he found a doll in a box deposited in the attic under layers and layers of dust. Then, strange things happened again in the house, so much so that Otto himself decided to lock him up again. Many years later, after his death, the house passed into the hands of another family, along with Robert. According to the youngest daughter of this family, who had found the doll between frets, Robert had tried to kill her, so they got rid of the doll. Today, the doll is on display in a museum. A Nightmare on Elm Street. This film is a well-known title among horror films, and if you still don't remember, you probably recognize this name, Freddy Krueger. You know who we're talking about, don't you? It is said that this film also had its inspiration in real life. It started in the last century. A group of refugees fleeing from Laos to the United States began to die in their sleep with no apparent cause. People experienced nightmares so terrible that they were afraid to sleep. And when someone was defeated by sleep, he began to groan in his dreams and never woke up. Within 5 years, more than 20 immigrants had died in this mysterious way. Doctors couldn't find any causes since almost everyone seemed healthy before they died, and the autopsies revealed nothing of significance. They thought of cardiac or respiratory arrest. Then similar cases appeared in Asia. The number of deaths rose unsettlingly until, overnight, the strange deaths ceased. The causes are still unknown today. It is believed, however, that it was due to the enormous stress caused by the culture shock of a people who did not even know the English language. This is linked to the terrible hardships they had experienced before fleeing their country. If you liked the video and want to know more about this topic, go to Facebook and give me a like on my page. There, I will be uploading the last part of this video. Greetings. See you next time.